Jury set to hear evidence in the shooting of Michael Brown. Some are asking, or they're wondering, is the officer who shot Brown being convicted before all of the evidence is even in? Joining us now to weigh in is retired lieutenant of the Nutley, New Jersey Police Department, Steve Rogers. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome.
So, the evidence is not in. The grand jury is being called. Is this unusual in this case?
Yes, it is. Look, there has been an epic failure of political leadership. It's been a disservice to the people and especially to this officer. This officer didn't wake up that morning with the preconceived notion he was going to shoot someone. He's entitled to justice, fair trial, all of the evidence. I think it's impossible at this point to say that all the evidence is in. This is a rush to judgment. It's become a political witch hunt.
And you mentioned a political witch hunt. Eric Holder, the Attorney General of the United States, let's take a listen to what he had to say.
In things racial, we have always been, and we, I believe, continue to be, in too many ways, essentially a nation of cowards. You look at the way the Attorney General of the United States was treated yesterday. What Attorney General has ever had to deal with that kind of treatment? What president has ever had to deal with that kind of treatment? These outbursts of bigotry, while deplorable, are not the true markers of the struggle that still must be waged or the work that still needs to be done, because the greatest threats do not announce themselves in screaming headlines. They are more subtle. They cut deeper. There's a certain racial component to this for some people. I don't think this is the thing is a main driver, but for some, there's a racial animus.
Okay, so Eric Holder is to be in Missouri today. Those are some of the comments that he has made in the past. Is it possible for him to go and be fair and balanced in this situation?
Absolutely impossible. Look, imagine being on that grand jury or the jury if there's a trial after listening to this. When you're a leader in government, and especially in a police department, you need to separate your emotion from everything that's going on. It's been tainted, this case, from the beginning, and unfortunately for that officer, he's going to have an uphill battle.
From the very beginning, in just the social media involvement in all of this, where the officer's name was forced to be released, and we also released the video of this alleged strong-arm robbery that happened right before. So a lot of it has been moved by emotion from the beginning.
Well, it has been, and this is why I said there's been an epic failure of leadership. To this day, there's not one spokesman, no one's in charge, and I've said over and over again, they've got to bring somebody in there who's unbiased and who's going to take charge of the situation and bring order. Look, the people in Ferguson are good. They seem to contain some of the violence. The police are doing a tremendous job. It's the politicians who are causing a lot of the problems down there.
A lot of the protesters from outside of the city. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. And we'll check back with you. Steve Rogers will be joining us again at 5 a.m., so stay tuned. Ainsley?